So my name is Elise, and I work at Robert Morris University as a academic counselor, and I'm from Connellsville, PA.
My name is Chester Thompson. I'm an advisor, academic affairs. During the day, I work with many of the black male students, including athletes, on everything from their academic affairs as well as social issues and financial issues.
Growing up, and some of the stereotypes I faced as a young black girl in a predominantly white area, it was definitely a pretty good situation. I think at times I definitely realized that I was didn't look like others. When I first got to Slippery Rock University, a white girl said to me, "You talk white." And I knew then and there that because of my upbringing that I would thrive in the situation, but that I was going to be different than the stereotypical black girl, black woman they see on television. And I strive every single day to make sure that I am different. I consider myself to be a black woman living above the status quo. I'm an educator. I am a woman who carries herself in a way that is not seen a lot of times. And because of that, it holds me to a higher standard. And I appreciate that. It keeps me on my A game. It keeps me wanting to do more. If I can be a different face, I don't want to be the same face that everybody else sees. If I can be a different face, I think I'm doing something right. And so because of the way I speak and because of what I do, I'm different. And I'm glad to be different. I will always be okay with being an outlier.
One of the stereotypes, obviously, when I first moved to the States, I had a very thick Caribbean accent. And so many of the kids, they were like, "Where you from, man? Jamaica?" And I would say, "Well, you know, I'm from the Caribbean." And many of the black Costa Ricans, they were of Jamaican descent. And so as a result, they sort of had a thick West Indian accent. And that's part of the reason I spoke with that accent. But we also spoke Spanish, so I had the ability to kind of, go back and forth. And as a result, I was sort of stereotyped as this, island kid, and as a result, I would be shy because every time I spoke, the kids would laugh at my accent, I would describe myself as a very passionate, high energy, self-starter, self-motivated individual.
I think of myself as a young black woman who is aspiring to be noticed, not for her lips, thighs, or eyes, but because of what's on her mind. I'm an educator, and I love talking to folks and conversing about things that actually matter. Black History Month means to me that we not only appreciate the past, we are aware of the present, and we're working for a better future.
I think for me, Black History Month is a time to look back at some of the struggles and the horror that our ancestors faced, learn from it, grow from it, and help pave the way for a brighter future tomorrow. I think black historians would feel a sense of pride, but they would also feel that we still have lots of work to do. We still have to roll up our sleeves. We can't have this false sense of success and that we still have more work to do. I think that over the last 50 years, particularly since the post-civil rights era, Dr. King and others who made the charge, I think we've made a great deal of stride. Such issues as, ranging from affirmative action and other federal mandates to really help African Americans and others to attain some of their dreams. But I think more importantly, we have to sit back, reflect, learn, be humble, and continue to push hard and work hard so that our kids, our future, they don't have to bear the burden that so many of our ancestors did.
We like things to be handed to us on a silver platter. But had the folks who came before us thought that, we would be at a very different place than we are now. I might not be sitting where I am right now. So we have to, again, shift our mindset in order to shift those in our countries and on a bigger level mindset about who we are again. So there's still a lot of work to do. And I believe that they would be proud, but say, keep moving forward, keep striving ahead.
You know, I think about my own struggles as a young kid. My simple advice is to read, engage your peers, engage your elders. You have to establish some sort of a discourse that will allow you to not only learn about yourself, your history, but to embolden you to be a better person, not only for yourself, most importantly, but for others.
Yes, there has been an ugly past with being black, but it's up to our generation to begin taking forward steps to changing what's commonly known about black people. And if you're taking the proper steps to do that, then that mindset is going to begin to change.
None of us chose the color of our skin. God gave us this color. God gave us the melanin. He made us black. He made us white. Whatever we are, what you have to do is take the things that you have, all of it, the strengths, your weaknesses, know yourself, and that's the foundation of who you are.
Stereotypes, everything has a label. We can't help but to label things, but you don't have to let that keep you in. No one should feel boxed in. If you think that way, then you will be. But if you think outside of the box, you can only do well and succeed in life.
Okay? Because nobody, and I mean nobody in this world has anything more than what you have. We all have a gift. Use that gift wisely. Be passionate about it. That is what God wants us to do.